Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie. Welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay. Y'all see what I got here? This is a set of 4 coasters for the 4th of July. Alright, before we get started, I would like to invite anyone who hasn't to go ahead and hit that word subscribe. When you do, give us a thumbs up, share if you can, and leave me a comment. Alright, for this set, it's very easy to do. Basic, very basic. Except for, I'm doing them in the magic ring. Because I want the centers to be closed up more. So, I do them in the magic ring. Okay. I'm going to do one on film because they're all done the same way. And I'm just using a little bit of scrap yarn. Alright. I'm going to get my end of my scrap. And we're going to do a magic ring. What I like to do is I like to take the tail of the yarn and put it between my pinky and next finger. Okay? And then I bring my working yarn over. I separate those fingers, you know, like doing Spock. Or Mork from Mork and Mindy. Okay. Bring it over those fingers, down, around them, and then I cross. And then I bring it down and I put it between there and hold on to it. Okay? And we're going to go under this one. And we're going to grab this one. And we're going to pull it through. As you pull it through, bring your fingers around to face you. The tips of your fingers. Hold it. Pull it out. Grab your working yarn. And then I do a chain 1 just to lock it in. Now, a lot of people like to leave that tail twisted. I don't. It doesn't matter. So I just pull the tail out. And remember, work over your tail and in the ring. Okay, I'm going to chain another one. But that chain 2 does not count as anything. It's just for height. Okay. I'm going to put 12 double crochets in the ring and over my tail. Not counting that chain 2 because it don't count. There's 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 7. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, I got them. And I barely got a tail left. Alright, now, I'm going to take that ring and I'm going to pull it. But I'm not going to pull it too tight. I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet. Well, before I do that, I'm going to tighten this yarn here, because otherwise I'll have a big loop right there. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 1, pull up a loop. Okay, or pull my loop loose. This is where it gets tricky, because if you pull this cotton yarn too tight, it's going to snap. But if you don't pull it tight enough, you're not going to close the hole. So, you got to pull it just enough to close the hole, but not too tight. Now, a lot of people think, okay, well, I can just snip that yarn right there. No. Because if you do, it's going to come unraveled on you, and the hole's going to open up. What I suggest is to get your darning needle, and you can look at it and tell that your yarn is going through this way. Get your darning needle and take it back through, going around the other direction. Then snip it, because that'll lock it in to where it's not going to open up on you. Okay, so we're actually done with that color, and I still got quite a bit of scrap. So what we're going to do is we're going to snip it here. Pull it through and tighten it down. Alright, now on to the next color. I apologize, y'all. This white yarn is not wanting to cooperate at all. It's one of them really big skeins of cotton. I got it a long time ago, but it gets knotted up inside really bad. Okay, so we got our white. Alright, what I like to do is I like to go right here, because we just finished this one and tied it off. I like to come into the one right before it. And just pull my yarn through. And I'm gonna just chain 1. Okay. I'm gonna go back into that same hole. I'm working over my white. I'm gonna put 1 double crochet right there. Okay. Then I'm gonna go right here into the one we tied off. Maybe. one's going to be a little tight. There we go. And I'm going to work over my tail again. And I'm going to put, no, I'm doing it wrong. In each one, sorry y'all, still not feeling the best. But I want to thank everybody for the well wishes and the prayers. Because I'm actually feeling a lot better. Sorry about that, y'all. We're going to go into each stitch and put 2 double crochets. And like I said, that one's going to be tight. But we got to put 2 double crochets in every single stitch. That helps it increase and lay flat. And I was still working over my white, because we ain't got to the red yet. Okay, now we can do the red. Okay, going into that stitch right there, do not go right there, because that's not your stitch. That one is. So, you skip that hole right there that you're going to think is a stitch. Go right here. That's your stitch, your next stitch. And we're going to put 2 double crochets. And I'm working over the red and the white tail. Because I don't like sewing in ends that much. Okay, that's enough on them tails. So I can drop them and just continue with 2 double crochets in every single stitch. Oh, got a knot. There we go. Okay, where am I at? There I am. And my suggestion is, take it for whatever you want. This is a number 4 worsted cotton yarn. But my suggestion is, if you make these, they're coasters. So the whole purpose is to keep the condensation off of your furniture. I suggest make them in cotton. Cotton is way more absorbent than acrylic. So it'll catch the condensation a lot better than the acrylic would. We're almost there. And my yarn just does not want to cooperate today. At least the white don't. Okay, I got one more in that one. Okay, we're here at the last stitch. Alright, now we're going to I can't see. Okay, sorry about that. I had to see where my stitch was. That first double crochet, all we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the top of it, do a chain, you know, draw up a loop, and all that good stuff. And we're tying it off. We're cutting it and tying it off. Alright, there's 2 rows. And see what I mean? That hole, that's why I said, when you do the magic ring, you think because you worked over your tail that that's all you got to do, just snip it out. No. Because it's done come open. So, I'm going to pull it again. That's why you take your darning needle and you go back around the opposite direction. Because it locks it in better. Okay. Now, let's get the scrap of blue that I've got. Alright, and doing the same thing. I don't like going in the one where I made the first one. I like going in the one right before it. Get my blue. I'm going to do a chain just to lock it in. And in that first one, I'm going to put 1 double crochet. And this time I know it is 1. Alright, now, this next one, I'm going to do 2. Because that's the repeat for this round. You might have to work that hook through that second stitch there. Get my tails out the way. Alright, now, just like the white round, you're going to think that that right there is a stitch. That is not your stitch. You want to come right here and work over them tails and put 1 double crochet. You might want to just hold your work, snug them tails down a little bit. Then in the next one, you want to do 2 double crochets. And that's the repeat for that round. 1 double crochet in that stitch, 2 double crochets in that stitch, 1 double crochet in that stitch, 2 in that one. And that's all that is. And I did 3 rounds. I did 2 with the red center, 2 with the blue center, white dividing the colors, and voila, you have 4 festive coasters. Alright, y'all, that's going to be all for today. And I will meet you back here in the next one for another grand adventure right here in Val's Yard and Room. Love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. Do something nice for somebody, even if it's just a smile. And get y'all's crochet on. Tomorrow is TGIFFW. We might do a recap on what we've been doing. I don't know. I say I don't have a lot to talk about, but when the camera comes on, boy, do I talk. Alright, y'all. Bye, y'all.